The most misunderstood book of the Bible? What Ecclesiastes really teaches about life. I still remember the first time I felt that undeniable spark of the divine. A moment when the world around me seemed to fall away and I was left with a piercing clarity that there is more to life than what meets the eye. We were gathered in a small chapel on a crisp autumn evening. The kind of night where every whisper of wind seemed to carry a secret message from the heavens. I looked around, and you could see the same wonder in each person's eyes, as if we were all on the brink of something miraculous. In that moment, the teachings of the Lord became not just ancient words etched in dusty pages, but a living, breathing reality that transformed us from the inside out. This is where our journey begins. A journey into the heart of Ecclesiastes, a book that many have shunned or misunderstood, yet holds within its verses the profound wisdom that can change our lives. As I share this with you, I want you to imagine that you're standing on the edge of a vast canyon, peering into the depths of life's mysteries. We often find ourselves asking, what is the meaning of it all? And Ecclesiastes dares to tackle this very question with a raw honesty that is as unsettling as it is liberating. We read lines like, "Vanity of vanities, all is vanity," and immediately feel the weight of our own mortal existence. But what if I told you that beneath these seemingly cynical reflections lies an invitation to truly live, to embrace both the joy and the sorrow of our journey? I invite you to walk with me as we peel back the layers of misunderstanding, to see that Ecclesiastes is not a book of despair, but a guidebook that challenges us to find true meaning in our fleeting days on this earth. I have traveled far and wide, encountering scholars, believers, and even skeptics, all of whom have their own interpretations of this enigmatic text. Yet every time I immerse myself in its verses, I find that Ecclesiastes offers a mirror to our souls, encouraging us to ask deep questions about our purpose, our legacy, and the very nature of existence. You might be thinking, how can a book that begins with such an image of futility offer hope? Well, the answer lies in the teachings of the Lord and the way they weave through every line of the Bible. The Bible is not a static relic of ancient history. It is a dynamic force that continues to speak to us, challenge us, and uplift us, even in the modern world. I remember a particular experience that encapsulated this journey from darkness to light. It was during a retreat in a secluded mountain monastery where I sat with a group of fellow seekers, each of us burdened with our own doubts and uncertainties. We spent hours meditating on the verses of Ecclesiastes, letting the rhythm of the words wash over us. As the sun dipped below the horizon, a feeling of profound unity took hold, a realization that life's impermanence is what makes every moment so incredibly precious. In that silence, I understood that the teachings of the Lord are not meant to trap us in a cycle of despair, but rather to set us free, to guide us towards a life of authenticity and purpose. And so, in that sacred space, I vowed to share this message with you, that even in the face of life's vanities, there is a beauty, a divine order that calls us to live fully and fearlessly. Now, I know some of you might be questioning everything you've ever believed. You might feel overwhelmed by the apparent contradictions in Ecclesiastes and the Bible as a whole. But trust me when I say that these contradictions are not obstacles, but stepping stones, each one a challenge to think deeper, to question more, and ultimately, to grow stronger in your faith. We often see the world in black and white, but Ecclesiastes invites us to explore the infinite spectrum of existence. It reminds us that life's complexities and uncertainties are not reasons for despair, but opportunities for growth and transformation. How can we find purpose if we never confront the very things that scare us? It is in those moments of vulnerability that we are truly alive. And it is through our struggles that we learn the most valuable lessons about love, perseverance, and the nature of our own souls. As we journey through this profound text together, I want you to remember that the Bible, in all its splendor and mystery, is an ever-relevant guide. It is as if each verse was crafted with the modern seeker in mind, a beacon of light in times of darkness, I invite you to not just read these words, but to let them seep into your heart. Allow the teachings of the Lord to challenge your preconceived notions and to help you build a bridge from the chaos of the modern world to the timeless truths that have guided countless generations before us. Think about it. Every moment you spend questioning, every second you spend in contemplation, is a step towards discovering a richer, more fulfilling life. I can see the curiosity in your eyes, the hunger for a deeper understanding of life's grand design. And so, let's dive even further. In Ecclesiastes, we are confronted with the stark reality that much of what we pursue, wealth, power, fleeting pleasures, is ultimately transient. Yet, this realization is not meant to leave us feeling empty. Instead, it is meant to ignite within us a sense of urgency to seek what is eternal. The Bible teaches us that there is a higher calling, a purpose that transcends the temporal. When we shift our focus from the ephemeral to the everlasting, we begin to see that true fulfillment lies not in accumulation, but in the quality of our relationships, our acts of kindness, and our unwavering commitment to living in the light of the Lord. I've often been asked, what does Ecclesiastes really teach about life? And the answer is both simple and deeply profound. It teaches us to cherish every moment, to live with intention, and to embrace the uncertainty of life with courage. It reminds us that every breath we take is a gift, every smile we share a testament to the divine spark within us. We are all on a pilgrimage, a journey of transformation where each day is an opportunity to learn, to love, and to become more fully who we were meant to be. And as we stand at the crossroads of doubt and faith, I urge you to look not with despair, but with wonder at the intricate tapestry of life that the Bible so masterfully weaves. Picture this. You wake up one morning to find that everything you once thought was essential, your material possessions, your relentless chase for success, has lost its luster. Instead, you feel a stirring deep within your heart, a call to something more profound. This is the moment when the wisdom of Ecclesiastes shines brightest, guiding you towards a life that is not measured by what you accumulate, but by the love you give and the faith you nurture. As you walk this path, you realize that the teachings of the Lord are not about denying life's pleasures, but about savoring them in a way that enriches your soul. Every laugh, every tear, every shared moment becomes a sacred offering, a reminder of the divine presence that walks beside us every day. Now, let's talk about the paradoxes that lie at the heart of Ecclesiastes. It's fascinating how the text challenges us to see that life is both fleeting and eternal. We are reminded that even though our days may be numbered, the impact of our actions and the legacy of our love can echo through the corridors of time. When I reflect on these teachings, I am struck by the realization that the journey towards enlightenment is not a linear path but a spiral of constant renewal. We revisit the same challenges and questions, each time with a deeper understanding and a more resilient spirit. How often have you found yourself caught in the cycle of doubt and despair, only to emerge stronger on the other side? This is the transformative power of the Bible and the teachings of the Lord. They do not offer easy answers, but they provide us with the strength and the wisdom to navigate the complexities of life. I want you to know that you are not alone in this quest for truth. We are all fellow travelers on this rugged road, united by our shared yearning for meaning and connection. In moments of solitude, when the weight of life's uncertainties feels unbearable, remember that the Bible is there to guide you. The pages of Ecclesiastes, though seemingly enigmatic, hold a mirror to your soul. They ask you to confront your deepest fears and to find solace in the knowledge that life, with all its twists and turns, is a divine mystery. And as you contemplate these thoughts, allow yourself to be filled with hope, for it is in the darkest hours that the light of the Lord shines the brightest. I've been on stages, in lecture halls, and even on the streets sharing this message, and every time, I witness a spark in the eyes of those who listen. There's an undeniable energy that comes from understanding that our lives are part of a grand narrative, a story that spans centuries and touches every corner of the human experience. When I share the lessons of Ecclesiastes, I often see faces transform, Eyes glisten with tears of realization, and hearts open up to the possibility of redemption. We all have moments where we feel lost, where the burdens of life seem too heavy to bear. But it is precisely in those moments that the teachings of the Lord remind us that we are capable of rising above, of finding beauty amidst the chaos, and of embracing a faith that empowers us to conquer our deepest fears. Imagine for a moment that you are standing at the edge of a vast desert. The horizon stretching endlessly before you. The sun beats down relentlessly, and you feel the dryness in your bones. But then, in the distance, you see an oasis, a promise of renewal and life. That oasis is the wisdom found in Ecclesiastes, a beacon of hope that calls out to you, urging you to take that first step towards a more meaningful existence. The Bible is filled with such symbols, each one a reminder that even in the harshest conditions, the divine is always present, offering solace and guidance. I urge you to take this message to heart. Do not fear the uncertainties of life, for within them lies the opportunity for rebirth and transformation. As we continue this journey, I want to share with you a personal story, one that changed my perspective on life forever. Not long ago, I encountered a man who had lost everything. His wealth, his family, his sense of purpose. Everything was gone in the blink of an eye. Yet, as he recounted his experiences, I could see a light in his eyes that had not been extinguished by his misfortunes. He told me how, in his darkest moments, he turned to the Bible and discovered the teachings of the Lord. Through the verses of Ecclesiastes, he learned that while the world may be filled with vanity and fleeting pleasures, true fulfillment comes from embracing life's impermanence and cherishing the eternal truths that reside within our hearts. His story resonated deeply with me, and I realized that his journey was not one of despair, but of rebirth, a powerful testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of faith. We all have our struggles and moments when it feels like the weight of the world is too heavy to carry. But every time I read Ecclesiastes, I am reminded that these struggles are not signs of failure, but invitations to grow. When life throws challenges our way, we are given the opportunity to reflect, to learn, and ultimately, to evolve into better versions of ourselves. The Bible teaches us that every trial we face is a stepping stone towards greater understanding and a deeper connection with the teachings of the Lord. Have you ever stopped to consider that perhaps your greatest challenges are not obstacles at all, but blessings in disguise? When you look back on your life, you may see that each hardship was a necessary part of your journey towards enlightenment, a lesson that prepared you for the profound love and wisdom that awaits you on the other side of despair. I challenge you to see life as a series of divine appointments, a series of moments where the Lord meets you exactly where you are, offering guidance, hope, and transformation. Ecclesiastes encourages us to live in the moment, to appreciate the beauty of life even when it seems mundane or painful. It asks us, what profit has a man from all his labor under the sun? And in doing so, it nudges us to reconsider what truly matters. Is it the endless pursuit of material wealth? Or is it the genuine connections we forge with others, the love we share, and the faith that sustains us through even the darkest nights? When you embrace this perspective, you begin to see that life is not measured by the things we accumulate, but by the legacy of compassion and resilience that we leave behind. The journey through Ecclesiastes is like navigating a winding road through a dense forest. There are moments of uncertainty when you can't see the path ahead, but there is also an undeniable beauty in the mystery of it all. I have often found that the teachings of the Lord speak to us in whispers during our quietest moments, urging us to trust in the divine plan even when we cannot fathom its full scope. In those moments, you might ask yourself, why do I suffer? What is the purpose of my pain? And while the answers may not come immediately, the Bible reassures us that every tear and every trial has a place in the grand tapestry of our lives. It is through this understanding that we learn to embrace our vulnerabilities, to see them not as weaknesses, but as the very essence of our humanity, and as stepping stones toward a more enlightened existence. I stand before you today, not as someone who has all the answers, but as a fellow seeker who has experienced the transformative power of these ancient texts. Together, we have explored the depths of Ecclesiastes and uncovered truths that many have overlooked or misunderstood. The Bible, with its rich narrative and timeless wisdom, calls us to live with intention and to pursue a life that is anchored in faith and love. I want you to know that as you continue on your own journey, you are never alone. The divine presence that flows through every verse of the teachings of the Lord is always with you, guiding your steps and illuminating your path, even when the way seems shrouded in darkness. There are moments when I pause and reflect on how the message of Ecclesiastes has evolved within me. I recall the early days of my spiritual quest, when I was overwhelmed by the seemingly cynical tone of the text. I questioned whether the acknowledgement of life's fleeting nature was a curse or a call to live more fully. Over time, I came to understand that the recognition of life's transience is not meant to discourage us, but to inspire us to cherish every moment as a divine gift. It is a call to live with gratitude, to celebrate the small miracles that often go unnoticed in our busy lives, and to remember that the true measure of our existence lies in our capacity to love and be loved. And so, I encourage you to open your heart to these teachings, to let them transform your perspective, and to embrace the beauty that lies in every sunrise, every whispered prayer, and every shared smile. As we near the end of our time together in this exploration of Ecclesiastes, I want you to carry this message with you. Life, in all its complexity and unpredictability, is a sacred journey meant to be experienced in its entirety. The Bible teaches us that while we may not have all the answers, the quest for truth is what makes our lives meaningful. I invite you to reflect on your own journey, to ask yourself the deep questions that have stirred your soul, and to seek out the teachings of the Lord with a renewed sense of purpose. Whether you find solace in quiet moments of prayer, in the supportive arms of your community, or in the pages of Scripture, know that every step you take towards understanding is a step towards a more fulfilled and enlightened life. I also want to emphasize that the wisdom found in Ecclesiastes is not reserved for scholars or the devoutly religious. It is for every one of us. It is for the dreamers, the seekers, and even the doubters. The Bible is a living testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a reminder that even in our darkest moments, there is light waiting to break through. When we choose to live in the light of the Lord, when we allow His teachings to guide our decisions and shape our values, we begin to see the world in a completely different way. Every challenge becomes an opportunity to grow, every setback a lesson in humility, and every moment of joy a precious reminder of the divine love that surrounds us. I invite you now to imagine a future where every day is filled with purpose and every moment is an opportunity for spiritual renewal. Picture yourself waking up with a heart full of gratitude, knowing that the challenges of yesterday have only prepared you for the miracles of today. In this future, the words of Ecclesiastes are not just a reminder of life's impermanence, but a celebration of its beauty, a call to live boldly, love fiercely, and never lose sight of the eternal truths that sustain us. As we move forward, let us carry with us the understanding that the true meaning of life is found not in the destination, but in the journey itself, a journey that is enriched by every experience, every tear, and every burst of laughter. In closing, I leave you with this thought. What if the most misunderstood book of the Bible is actually the key to unlocking the secrets of a truly fulfilling life? What if, in embracing the paradoxes of Ecclesiastes, we learn that the path to enlightenment is paved with both joy and sorrow, success and failure, light and darkness? I challenge you to not shy away from these questions, but to dive headfirst into the adventure of self-discovery that the Bible offers. Let the teachings of the Lord be your guide as you navigate the winding roads of existence. And remember that every step, no matter how small, is a step towards a brighter, more meaningful tomorrow. I know that many of you watching this right now may be grappling with doubts or feeling overwhelmed by life's complexities. I want you to know that it is perfectly okay to question, to seek, and to wonder about your place in this vast universe. In fact, it is through these very questions that we open ourselves up to the transformative power of faith. The Bible, with its timeless lessons and enduring wisdom, provides us with a roadmap to navigate the highs and lows of life. When we lean into its teachings, we discover that there is a divine order in the chaos, a purpose behind the impermanence, and an eternal love that holds us together even when everything else seems to fall apart. Let me share one final story that has stayed with me, a story of redemption, hope, and the miraculous power of faith. I once met a young woman who had lost her way in the whirlwind of life. She was burdened by regret, haunted by the mistakes of her past, and felt as though she had no future worth living. But then, one day, she stumbled upon a passage in Ecclesiastes that spoke directly to her soul. In that moment, something shifted inside her. It was as if the words leapt off the page and enveloped her in a warm embrace, assuring her that even the most broken pieces of her heart could be mended by the light of the Lord. Through prayer, reflection, and the support of a community that believed in the power of the Bible's teachings, she began to rebuild her life. Slowly but surely, she discovered that her struggles were not a sign of defeat, but rather the crucible in which her strength and resilience were forged. Her story is a powerful reminder that no matter how lost we may feel, the wisdom of Ecclesiastes, and the divine love that underpins it, can guide us back to a place of hope and healing. Now, as we wrap up this incredible journey together, I want you to carry with you one unshakable truth. Every day is a gift. Every moment an opportunity to live in the light of the Lord. We have explored the depths of Ecclesiastes and uncovered lessons that challenge us to look beyond the surface of life's vanities and to embrace the eternal truths that lie beneath. The Bible is not just a relic of the past, it is a living, breathing testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a guide that calls us to live with passion, purpose, and unwavering faith. I invite you to reflect on these words, to let them sink deeply into your heart, and to embark on your own journey of transformation. Ask yourself the profound questions that have stirred your soul. What is truly important in life? How can I make a difference in this world? And most importantly, how can I live in a way that honors the divine spark within me? As you ponder these questions, know that you are part of a grand narrative, a story that transcends time and space, connecting you to generations of seekers who have walked this path before you. The teachings of the Lord are not meant to be kept on a shelf, they are meant to be lived, experienced, and shared. Whether you find your answers in the pages of Ecclesiastes, in the comforting embrace of prayer, or in the supportive community of fellow believers, the journey toward enlightenment is one that we walk together. And as we do, we become beacons of hope and love in a world that desperately needs it. Thank you for joining me on this transformative journey through one of the most misunderstood books of the Bible. I hope that what we have explored together today inspires you to look at life with fresh eyes, to question boldly, and to embrace every twist and turn on your path with gratitude and awe. Remember, every moment is an invitation to experience the miracles of the teachings of the Lord, and every step you take in faith brings you closer to the divine purpose that awaits you. Let us move forward together, in light and in love, trusting that the wisdom of Ecclesiastes and the eternal message of the Bible will continue to guide us, inspire us, and transform our lives in ways we never imagined possible. So, as we close this chapter of our shared exploration, I encourage you to keep your heart open, to remain curious, and to always seek the truth that lies beneath the surface. Embrace the uncertainties, for in them you will find the seeds of your greatest transformation. And as you journey onward, may you always remember that the most profound lessons in life are often hidden within the pages of the Bible, waiting for you to discover their timeless wisdom. Let the words of Ecclesiastes resonate in your soul, and let the teachings of the Lord inspire you to live a life of purpose, passion, and unyielding faith. I believe that each of us has the potential to find greatness, not by clinging to the temporary, but by rising above it to embrace the eternal. The wisdom we've uncovered today is a call to action, a reminder that the path to enlightenment begins with a single step, a moment of clarity, and a willingness to let go of what no longer serves us. Together, we have delved into a book that is often misunderstood, yet it holds a message of hope that is as relevant today as it was centuries ago. May you carry this message with you as you navigate the ups and downs of life, always remembering that you are a beloved child of the divine, capable of achieving miracles through faith and love. Let this message be your guiding light in times of doubt, your anchor in the storm, and your inspiration to live a life that truly matters. I leave you with a final thought. In every ending there is a new beginning, and every challenge is an opportunity to rediscover the wonder of life. Embrace the journey, trust in the divine plan, and let the teachings of Ecclesiastes remind you that even in a world full of vanity, there is an eternal beauty waiting to be unveiled. Thank you for taking this journey with me today. I am honored to have shared these insights with you, and I pray that you find the courage to explore the depths of your own soul, to question boldly, and to live in the radiant light of the Lord. Together, let's transform our lives, one sacred moment at a time, and let the divine wisdom of the Bible guide us on our path to a brighter, more fulfilling future.